Hello everyone, and today I'm going to be telling you a scary story I made up. Here we go. Like I said, this is made up.
One day I got home late from work. When I opened my front door, immediately I noticed my house was trashed. I had a dog at the time, but I knew she wouldn't make such a mess. I called my mom to see if for some reason she trashed my house or if she knew if anyone came to my house to trash my house. She said she didn't come over so she wouldn't. No. I honestly didn't know what else to think, so I blamed it on my dog. The next day I woke up and realized that my table that had 4 chairs had 3. I was confused and understandably terrified. After I calmed down, I looked everywhere to see what in the world could have taken my chair. I finally found my chair in a room I had forgotten. I looked at the top of the door and there was a sign that said Molly's room. My heart stopped. I stood in the middle of the room, not able to move at all. I started hyperventilating. My name's Molly. The room was my old bedroom. The house that had my old bedroom had burned down in a fire. I guess while I was panicking, I couldn't really feel the breeze.
The breeze of the door shutting behind me.
Did you like that story? I enjoyed writing it. I have one more story.
It was really late. When I was driving home from work, I always hated my night shifts. It was like any other night. By that I mean it was dark, I was exhausted, and the drive was annoyingly long. I looked out my right window and saw a little girl, walking alone and shivering. I pulled over to see if she was all right, and asked where she was going. She said she had tripped in a puddle and was horribly cold. She also said she was heading home. I offered to give her a ride, and she agreed. When she got in the car, I gave her my jacket. She then gave me directions to her house. A few minutes after driving, she said her house was just up that hill, and she could walk the rest of the way home. She stepped out of the car and began walking. I turned around to go home. A few seconds later, I realized I forgot to ask her for my jacket back. I turned back around and drove up the hill. But I saw something horrifying. On the top of the hill was a graveyard. I stepped out of my car to look around to see if there were any houses around. I then saw a grave that caught my attention. I walked closer, and when I finally reached the grave, a wave of shivers went up my back. Right next to the grave was my jacket, and on the top of my jacket was a note that said, "Thanks for the ride."
Anyway, that's all for today.